A report by the Migration Policy Institute found that New York City is home to more than 500,000 undocumented immigrants, with the largest concentration of that population living in Queens. Queens is home to an estimated 246,000 illegal immigrants, with 91,000 of them eligible for the Deferred Action for Childhood, arrivals also called DACA. The DREAM Act is the acronym for Development, Relief, and Education for Alien Minors Act. Its purpose is to allow undocumented immigrants who were brought to the United States as children to be able to stay here, go to school, and to receive health care. So far, this act has not yet been passed, but had been introduced to Congress in 2001. In 2012, President Barack Obama allowed more than an estimated 800,000 undocumented immigrants to defer their deportation. Remember, these people who came to America were brought here as children and were in no position to contribute to the decision of their immigration to the United States.
Good afternoon, Assemblywoman. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Why is there a problem? That's a very good question. They were protected under the Obama administration. Now they're at risk. And these children probably don't have the same family structure to go back to in their native countries. So to send them back is a disservice, not only to those children who are now adults, but to this country. A lot of them, including myself, look, I came here undocumented. I am now a state legislator. A lot of those students who come here are the ones that go to school, get jobs, go to college, and we want to make sure that they stay here. But this administration is making it next to impossible.
Mr. Lubin, the field support liaison from the Office of the Superintendent, came to speak upon the DREAM Act and its effect on District 29.
Queens happens to be one of the most diverse counties in all of the United States. Many of our students come from immigrant homes, and they were brought here as children. Some of our kids are doing extremely well, and they've gotten scholarships to colleges, and the DREAM Act allows them to pursue their goals and to then bring it back to the community. These students then become teachers and firefighters and doctors, and so I think that it will impact greatly our District 29 community.
Our advisor, Ms. Street, spoke to the parent of a former student who was undocumented, and she was given permission to participate on this project.
So, in what ways do you think the DREAM Act can help impact your future once you're finished with school?
I will be more comfortable in getting a job and knowing that my education doesn't, that my education isn't based off of me being an immigrant and not able to get financial aid and just little stuff like that. Because as an immigrant coming here as a young child, you don't have a green card. If you don't have a green card, you can't get financial aid. And with that, most families out here, they don't have the type of money for it. So it's either they don't go to school or they just try and push through and just end up broke. So I know I will feel more comfortable after this is passed.
We have an important bill that we are introducing today, and it is an amazing opportunity to reform our broken immigration system. At the White House yesterday, the President indicated that our bill, the Securing America's Future Act, is the starting point to correct the flaws in our immigration system. This bill provides DACA recipients a reasonable, long-term legislative solution. This legislation includes strong anti-fraud measures and ensures that DACA recipients don't get a special pathway to citizenship. Together, these provisions on border security, interior enforcement, and legal reforms will restore the rule of law, protect our communities from terrorist and criminal immigrants, protect American workers, and help to ensure that we are faced with another generation of immigrants who came, that we are not faced with another generation of immigrants who came illegally as minors in just a few years.
Do you know how to copy and paste?
Touching. Let's give them money. So, yeah.
What's the size of that?
Okay, so
That's definitely gonna work.
As a citizen of the U.S.,
do you believe that America should give undocumented members of our society, those who came here as children, a chance to attain the American dream of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? Yes. Individuals who came here as children, who have no ties to their country of origin, should come here seeking freedom and democracy because they've got ties here, they've got relationships here, they've got businesses here, they've contributed greatly to our economic base, and therefore we should open up our hearts and our minds to those who seek to be Americans, and we hope that one day we will fix our broken immigration system and we will embrace all, because that's what we stand for, because that's what America is really all about.
approximately 690,000 people are registered through DACA, according to the Washington Post article, How Many People Will Trump's DACA Rollback Affect?, dated September 7th, 2017. While the average American citizen gets a good quality education and many job opportunities, many undocumented students who are here looking for those same opportunities are now being thrown under the bus just because of their status.